Hey everybody. Did a little project the other day I want to show you guys. I think it turned out pretty neat. Last weekend at the auction I found an organizer thing for $1. It was just a plywood thing somebody had up in their workshop or something. They just threw miscellaneous stuff into it. I think I showed you guys that in a previous video. I might not have. But yeah, let me do this short break. I'll be right back. All right, so one of the things I like about going to auctions is you can find stuff that on a cheap that maybe nobody else wants, or people think there's nothing in it or whatever. So that was the case of this old plywood organizer. Somebody just cut some plywood, nailed it together, and made a little organizer. I'll put a picture up here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And originally I thought, well, I'll just throw that up in the shop and just turn it into what it was, what it was used for originally. It looked like this is a little dirty. And then I got it home, got it put in the barn and sitting there. I thought, wow, it might make a pretty neat cookbook and knick-knack shelf for the kitchen if I touch it up a little bit. So let me walk in here, flip the light on, and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so here's my finished thing. If you remember what it looked like before in the picture I just showed you, I think it's a pretty big difference. So yeah, that's what it turned into. So I just sanded it with my little, it's around here somewhere, my little palm orbital sander, and it fit in here. It almost didn't fit in there, but it did fit inside each of the little cubby holes pretty well. So got those sanded down, and I just sanded it because I wanted to just knock the old, wood finish off of it or whatever, and clean it up a little bit. So I sanded it, got that all sanded, and I blew it out with some compressed air, and then I painted it. I used this water-based wood stain, the white wash pickling from Minwax I had. This was just already around the shop. I had used it on something else, so I mean, it's just sitting there. It didn't cost me anything. So I've got a little bit of time, a little bit of electricity, and $1 wrapped up in this. And that wood stain, I like it because you can still see some of the wood in there. I don't know if you guys can pick that out in the video. So then I got that done and spent, I think, like I said, 45 minutes on it or so to get it all painted. And by that evening, it had dried. And I just broke out some cookbooks and some miscellaneous stuff and stuck on there. And I think it looks pretty good. A couple of cookbooks. If you guys haven't seen, let's see. Well, it's not all cookbooks. Here's a book, Mountain Spirits, about the Chronicles of Corn Whiskey in Appalachia and Moonshine Life. Pretty interesting there. Oh, here's a backyard sugaring book about maple syrup and making maple syrup there. You see my finger. I tried to self-tap my finger earlier working on a high tunnel, and it's apparently decided it wanted to start bleeding again. This is a nice one here, a neat one to read and look at. Shuck beans, stack corns, and honest fried chicken, the heart and soul of Southern country kitchens. If you guys haven't seen this before and you guys find it, pick it up. It's a pretty good book. There's recipes in there and stories and whatever. So yeah, that's a pretty good one too. Cast iron book in there, some grilling stuff. Where's that one? Oh, here. This is a really neat one. Camp Cooking 100 Years by the National Museum of Forest Service History. So this is like a bunch of old Forest Service employees and park rangers and stuff sharing their recipes for different stuff, and there's stories interlaced in there and different things. So that's another good one if you want to pick that up. Camp Cooking 100 Years. That's a nifty one. I'll see if I can't find some of these on Amazon and maybe link them there for you so you could just jump over. One of the other neat things, this is the only one I have up here like this, like these old cookbooks. This is the Indiana Farmer's Guide cookbook out of Huntington, Indiana, and you can tell it's pretty old. I don't know if I can see the date real easy. You guys are probably going, "No, you're not paying attention to the camera," and I'm not. Anyway, so 1944 looks like somebody gave that to somebody else in 1944. Oops, sorry guys. Anyway, so a couple of ball jars on there, oil lamp, some old mixer beater thing there, old bottle I had laying around. So yeah, that was a project, and like I said, I think it turned out pretty good. And now if I just had a kitchen to put it in, that'd be great. That's another project on the list, kitchen. Talk to you guys later.